Hi, my name is Trisha. I am an intuitive theta healer guided through joy and light, and I'm excited to be talking to you today. Today, I just want to talk to you about being inspired to change and how do we get inspired to change, especially during these times during COVID-19 and whatever path has brought you along the way, whether you're young, um, older, whatever. I of course, I'm 58 years old and I've done many different types of healings. I've learned many types of different energy healings. I'm a Reiki theta healer and I've learned different modalities of healing. My mother was a shaman healer. So, but through theta healing, a lot of what really transpires and what I've really learned through all the different teachings that are out there, and there's so many out there. Basically, we're all just trying to find who we are, find joy and happiness, because that's the key to everything is being happy, finding that joy and finding that joy within so that you can look around the world and see all joy. Um, and again, especially during this time, it's like sometimes that's hard to see, but these are the times to really get in tune with yourself and feel grounded and learn to love yourself. So I just want to talk to you a little bit about feeling free and being inspired to change and getting freedom from our old thinking, our old or our even stinking thinking, our old beliefs. And theta healing really deals with our beliefs. And there's so many beliefs that we've had since the time we were born, even in our mother's womb, um, that we started just having these beliefs. We don't know any different. We're raised by whomever you're raised by, your parents, your grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, adoption, whom, whatever the circumstances is, we all have beliefs. And a lot of those beliefs aren't even, we're learned that those even aren't our beliefs. So those beliefs, some of them, they serve us. Some of them, it's so great. The traditions, they feel good. They reside. They bring us joy and happiness. That's a great belief. The beliefs that don't serve us really manifest in ways with our body and make us feel certain ways. And the ones, those old beliefs don't serve us, they can transpire by pain in our bodies. They can actually give us disabilities. We can feel we can feel ashamed and we don't know why we feel ashamed. We are exhausted. Thinking life is always hard, being overwhelmed, feeling not enough time. We have self-criticism. Lots of responsibilities can get us down and if somebody said, it's just I guess there's so much I want to say to you because we were taught certain things by our parents, and if you're not able to do that, then you feel less than, you feel bad. It's like, well, why can't I do it? Why can't I follow that path that maybe somebody has set you on? But that may not be your path. So financial stress and on can transpire us into that stinking thinking, and it doesn't make us feel good. We can get into depression. We're not on our higher vibration. Our immune systems are so down when we're in this space. And I guess that's part of also what's inspired me is that during especially this time, but I've been practicing the positive thinking for years, but during this COVID-19 time, it's very important to be in well-being and be inspired, and rejuvenate those cells in those bodies so that our immune systems are staying up. So with all that being said, getting to a place of feeling inspired to change is the question. Well, how do I do that? So I just want to point out, by being inspired to change, you will feel and create simplicity. By by doing all this, you're creating your own reality, whatever reality that is for you. You can have it all. You can feel freedom, which is huge, to feel free, freedom from anything, freedom, whatever is going on. Freedom from financial stress, freedom from bondage, freedom from abuse, freedom from whatever it may be. Just freedom, just to feel free and take that deep breath and go, I feel free, feeling satisfied, feeling fulfilled, fulfillment. Learning how to find our joy is such important. My biggest thing many, many years ago was, and it still is today, it's about joy. I'm taking this topic today, but in the days to come, I'm so excited to talk about and continue to talk about finding your joy, because the joy is the biggest key to everything. So having that clarity, having clarity is a knowing, aha, having clarity is huge, and not feeling all or feeling, not grounded, but feeling clarity is huge. Feeling happiness, having ease, contentment, peace of mind, and all of this that I've just mentioned is seriously the path to your bliss. So finding your bliss is a key, and finding your happy place is such a key. So how do we make these changes? How do we get inspired, you might ask? How do we practice just being, to just be, and to be so happy with just who you are, and be in acceptance and peace and appreciation? So there's some steps that I've learned through all the different energy healings I've learned, and through all I've been through all my life. My mom is a shaman healer. I have my Reiki's license. I am a Theta practitioner. I'm an intuitive healer. On and on and on. But through all of it, there's just some easy, simple things that we can do, each one of us out there. So I'm going to mention meditation, and some people are like, I can't stand that word. And it doesn't have to be a big deal. Some people want to meditate for a long time, and more power to you. We have busy stuff going on, or whatever excuses we want to say, but it's so important. My favorite time, because my days get filled up, is right when I wake up in the morning. So it's quiet, before I get all these thoughts going, and I try to stay on positive momentum thoughts, but we are all human, and so sometimes other thoughts come in, but before those do, I focus on either my breathing. So I focus on imagining my lungs expanding and then going down, and honoring that. And so I can focus with that, or I can pick a sound that I hear outside because I have my windows open, or a humming, or somebody turning on a shower, something to get your attention to at least. I mean, our goal is 10 to 15 minutes, but I'll go in and out, and my mind will start going. So don't be hard on yourself. A couple minutes a day will start out. And the whole purpose of this is quieting the mind. It's so important to just be, and to quiet your mind from all that's going on. So if you want to do it midday, find a comfortable space, lay down. If you go to sleep, great. That is a time when you're getting rejuvenated and your mind is at peace. So that is one major thing to get to these steps, to be inspired to change, to following your bliss, to finding your joy. Meditation, or quieting the mind, if you want to say. Um, letting go of things, which is easier said than done. But if you can remind yourself, if there's something gone, just say to yourself, let go. If you have to talk to yourself, let go. Go with the flow. Getting in that boat and going and being with the flow is going downstream. I don't know about you guys, but I was raised, life is hard, so get in that boat and paddle those oars. If you want anything in life, you got to work hard. You got to work hard. Well, I'm learning that's not true. Working hard goes against that good feeling inside. Now, I'm not saying there's some things you can work hard to that feels so good, and that feels accomplishment. That's not what I'm saying. That's a good feeling. But I'm saying get in that boat, throw the oars out and go downstream. Take deep breaths and go, I'm going with the flow. This feels good. And the other thing that's so important, it's okay to say no to things. You don't have to say yes to every single person or every situation or every job or every task or everything. You can say no and don't worry what another person thinks of it. This is about you. This is about you finding your peace, your happiness, your joy, your happy place so that you can navigate along in this world so that each day you're feeling inspired and good. So we don't have to say yes to everything, to any people's or situations. So when you don't, actually that brings you joy. It's like, I can just be. I don't have to be a busybody saying yes to everything, and I don't want to. So if it doesn't reside and it doesn't feel good to say yes to something, don't. It's okay. You have permission to say no. The other thing I do, I really appreciate nature. And I didn't always, I mean, I love nature, don't get me wrong, and my favorite is the beach. But I really, really appreciate nature today because today I'm in appreciation. And so going out, getting outside, some of us, I know there's lockdowns in places where you can't even walk out your door, but if you can get out, I mean, it's lightening up now, but if you can step outside, feel the earth if you can, feel the whatever, but getting out, getting your vitamin D, not enough people get that. You don't have to be out forever, but feeling and seeing and appreciating nature is so important wherever that may be. Um, Once you do that, you are going to appreciate you much more, which is number one, and then you're going to appreciate others that are close to you. Dream, 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 dream. Dream big. Dream of wonderful things. Dream of whatever you want. Dream of unicorns. Dream of you being on a rainbow. Dream of mine is such amazing places at the beach and being with dolphins and beautiful white sands and beautiful blue waters. Dream, dream, dream. So important. Visualize those. Visualize what you want. Visualize those dreams. What makes you smile and fills your whole being. Laugh. Laugh. Laughter is such a key. So important. So by doing this, we're feeling joy. We're feeling that excitement and we're feeling happy. It doesn't have to be big things to get to feel joy, to feel excitement, to feel happy. Sometimes it's just the small things, and the smaller things just multiply and they multiply and they multiply, and all of a sudden we're getting these big things. It's like, oh my gosh, let go of that negativity and focus on just the beautiful positivities. Um, I read a book a long, long time ago, called A New Pair of Glasses. So it's kind of like put on those new glasses. If they need to be rose-colored glasses, put them on. Put on a new pair of glasses and start appreciating and seeing things and people around you in a different light. Appreciation is everything. Um, Catch those negative thoughts. I had somebody over 20 something years ago, I did an exercise where every time you think a negative thought, stop, think it, you can appreciate it, but then all of a sudden you catch it and go, I'm changing it with this positive word and this positive thought. And it's amazing. It was amazing to me many years ago how many negative thoughts I actually was thinking. And so when I started doing this, catching them, blessing them, and then immediately transforming them with a positive thought and a positive word, it just started becoming, that's what I just started thinking, the negative thoughts. I get them and I try to catch them as soon as I do. But if that's another thing that you can do, tell yourself you love you. If you have to look in the mirror, that was another exercise. I had to look in the mirror a couple times a day and tell myself that I love me. I mean, I got tears in my eyes. Really look deep into your eyes, deep into your soul and say, I love you. I honor you. And remember, there are no big deals. We think that everything's such a big deal, and you might go, whoa, this COVID-19 is a big deal. Yes, there are big deals, but If you just say to yourself, there are no big deals, it does something to your body and to the cells in your body. It's like it puts it in a relaxed state and you're not so angst and you're not on edge with whatever. Just say, there are no big deals. Whatever comes up. I mean, there's 4 adults in this household right now. None of us have jobs. And I have to say, there are no big deals. Everything is working out for me. Everything is working out for me. I'm ready to be ready, and everything is working out for me. And those are 3 of the major things I say to keep me calm, that things will work out, that there are no big deals. Like I said, tell yourself that you are ready to be ready, and see all the abundance and be in acceptance. That is a huge one. There's so much abundance. Just maybe in your apartment, or you're looking outside, or I don't know, friends, family. Some of us are very alone, but there's always huge abundance. We have so much abundance that you couldn't even use it up in all this lifetime. So, and be in acceptance of yourself, of situations, of people, places, and things. Acceptance is the key. So by doing these simple, easy, peaceful things, you will be inspired to change. You will have inspiration. You'll be inspired to do, I don't know, sometimes you might wake up some days and go, ugh, I don't want to do anything. Well, catch where you're thinking at. I mean, and sometimes you have to listen to your body and just rest. Just rest. I'm not telling you to be a go-doer. It's listening to your body, being in a positive state, being inspired to change who we are to be a better person, because we want to feel joy, peace, and happiness. So being inspired to change, and you will be loving the reality you're creating and knowing that you're following your bliss by when you're inspired. And inspiration is just, it's one of the keys to go, oh, I am following my bliss. I'm inspired to do these things. Another thing I really want to put out that was pointed out to me a long time ago. Remember that your inner being, or if you want to say your soul, is always in love, always being loved, always loves you. It's pure love. Your inner being soul is always happy, in joy, in contentment, is always at peace, and it never has any judgment. And it's always waiting for you to catch up. You know, that the mind, body, and soul, if your head is what our old beliefs where reside, and our head is where we get to the stinking thinking. So when you're in that, sometimes what I can do is go, oh, my soul is in no judgment. My soul is happy. My soul is at peace. And then I feel that connectedness, the God within. It is such an amazing feeling. And that is when I feel balanced. I'll talk more about being anchored. When you're anchored and connected to your anchor, you're in balance. You're not all weighing back and forth. You're having vertigo. You're in complete balance, and you're feeling supported. So the last thing I just want to say to you guys is anchor yourself, connect to your soul. I'm going to tell you a quick thing you can visualize if you're feeling ever woozy or off or in vertigo. Close your eyes, imagine this beautiful anchor, give it any colors you want, and have it attached to your belly button. This beautiful cord attached to this anchor, and it sinks all the way down into the deep ocean, all the way down to the ocean floor, and it's connected. And that is connected to you. And stand up, sit up, whatever you're doing, lie down straight and feel that anchor. Sometimes I do this in the shower because I'm in the water, and I visualize this, and I stops any offness I'm feeling, any vertigo I'm feeling, any unbalance I'm feeling. It balances me. It feels support. So it's really important to anchor yourself, connect to your soul, And I want to remind you guys that you are the beacon of the light. So I just want to remind you to awaken your inner light and shine. Shine. Every single one of you, shine. Shine to be inspired to change. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you all and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.